This is not just coffee. What you're looking at is the result of extreme heat, brutal pressure, freezing temperatures, and machines so powerful they can transform liquid into crystals. And the craziest part? It all happens before your coffee even touches this cup. In the next few minutes, you're going to see a process most people have never seen. And once you do, you'll never look at instant coffee the same way again. Every single day, billions of cups of instant coffee are made around the world. It looks simple. Just add hot water, and it's ready. But what if I told you that simplicity is an illusion? Because behind this tiny spoon lies one of the most advanced food engineering processes on Earth. Massive factories, extreme temperatures, precision machines, and a journey that starts thousands of miles away on quiet coffee farms. So before this reaches your cup, let's go back to where it all begins. Before coffee becomes the drink that wakes up billions of people, it actually starts as a bright red fruit. Yes, coffee is not a bean at first. It grows on trees in massive farms across Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and Ethiopia. Farmers wait patiently until the cherries turn deep red, because one mistake in ripeness can destroy the flavor. Inside each cherry are the seeds. The very seeds that will eventually end up in your cup. After harvesting, the fruit is removed, and the beans are dried under the sun for days, sometimes weeks, to lock in their taste. And this is only the beginning of a long transformation. Inside the factory, this is where coffee truly comes alive. What you're looking at right now are raw green beans, almost flavorless, almost lifeless. But once they enter these massive roasting machines, everything changes. Temperatures rise beyond 200 degrees Celsius. Steel drums begin to rotate. Fire surrounds the beans from every side. This intense heat is what creates coffee's aroma, its deep color, and the taste people crave every morning. Roast them lightly, and the flavor stays mild and acidic. Roast them longer, and the beans turn darker, bolder, and more intense. For instant coffee, factories usually push the roast further, medium to dark, to create a strong, concentrated flavor that survives the next steps. But timing is everything. A few seconds too long, and the flavor is ruined. So once the roast is perfect, the beans are cooled instantly, stopping the process at the exact right moment. Because from here on, there's no going back. Next, these roasted beans are sent straight for grinding, where they're about to be transformed again. What happens next surprises most people. These roasted beans don't become instant coffee yet. First, they're crushed into a coarse powder by industrial grinders powerful enough to shake the entire factory. But here's the twist. This powder isn't dried. It's brewed, just like the coffee you make at home, except on a massive industrial scale. Thousands of liters of hot water are forced through the ground coffee under pressure, pulling out flavor, aroma, and caffeine in seconds. What you're seeing here isn't coffee powder. It's a dark, concentrated liquid, stronger than anything you'd ever drink. Every drop matters, because this liquid holds everything that makes coffee. Coffee. And this is where instant coffee truly begins to take shape. What you're looking at right now is not powder. It's pure liquid coffee. And turning this thick, dark liquid into dry crystals is one of the most extreme steps in the entire process. Factories don't just dry it. They either blast it with scorching heat or freeze it to temperatures colder than winter storms. Two completely different methods, both designed to do the impossible, turn liquid coffee into powder. This is the fastest way to make instant coffee. The liquid coffee is blasted into a massive chamber filled with scorching hot air. The moment it enters, the water evaporates almost instantly. What's left behind are tiny coffee particles, dry, lightweight, and ready to be collected. This method is cheap, fast, and perfect for large-scale production. But there's a trade-off. The extreme heat slightly weakens the aroma. That's why spray drying is used for regular instant coffee. Efficient, powerful, but not premium. This is the premium method. Instead of heat, the coffee extract is frozen at extremely low temperatures. The liquid turns solid. Then something unusual happens. Inside a vacuum chamber, the ice skips, melting completely and turns directly into vapor. No heat, no damage. What remains are delicate coffee crystals, packed with aroma and flavor. This process is slow, expensive, and energy-intensive. But it preserves everything. That's why the world's best instant coffees are freeze-dried. Here's a secret most people never hear about. During all this processing, roasting, grinding, drying, coffee loses something extremely important. Its aroma. That rich smell you associate with fresh coffee? A large part of it disappears during production. But factories don't let it go to waste. As coffee is processed, special systems capture these escaping aromas before they vanish into the air. They're trapped, stored, and protected like something valuable, because later, these aromas are added back to the coffee. Yes, the smell you get when you open a jar of instant coffee is not accidental. It's carefully recovered, carefully measured, and carefully reintroduced. That's why instant coffee smells so strong. Even before you add water. That smell, it's engineered. This is the final step. After everything you've seen, the heat, the pressure, the freezing, the coffee finally reaches this stage. The granules are ready, but here's the problem. They're fragile, extremely fragile. Instant coffee has two enemies, and both are everywhere: air and moisture. Even a tiny amount, something you can't even see, can slowly destroy the flavor, the aroma, and the quality of the coffee. That's why this step matters more than people realize. Inside the factory, the coffee is sealed under carefully controlled conditions. Machines work in clean, dry environments where humidity and oxygen are constantly monitored. Airtight jars, sealed sachets. Once closed, nothing is allowed to get in. Every seal is checked. Every gram is measured, because one weak seal can ruin an entire batch. Before the coffee leaves the factory, it goes through strict quality inspections, pressure tests, moisture checks, visual scans. Only the batches that pass are approved for packaging. Then the coffee is boxed, loaded, and shipped across the world, from a single factory floor to warehouses, to stores, to kitchens in millions of homes. And just like that, a complex industrial process designed with extreme precision ends in the simplest moment of all: hot water, a spoon, and a cup of coffee. So after seeing everything that goes into making instant coffee, one question naturally comes up. Why is it so popular? Why do millions of people choose this over freshly brewed coffee every single day? The answer is simple. Instant coffee is built for real life. It's affordable. For many households around the world, it's the only coffee that fits the budget. It's easy to store. No machines, no special equipment, no complicated setup. Just a jar or a sachet that can sit on a shelf for months. It's long-lasting. Thanks to airtight packaging and moisture control, instant coffee survives heat, humidity, and long transportation. And most importantly, it's fast. In just a few seconds, you have a hot cup of coffee, anywhere, anytime. That's why instant coffee dominates in Asia, Africa, and many developing countries, where convenience, cost, and reliability matter more than ritual. In Western countries, premium coffee culture focuses on experience: fresh beans, espresso machines, and cafe-style brewing. But instant coffee isn't trying to compete with that. It solves a different problem. It delivers caffeine, comfort, and consistency, without friction. And that's exactly why, decade after decade, instant coffee remains one of the most consumed drinks on the planet.